Alright, welcome to another episode in the WDT Cam Lab. We are talking about tool offsets for the PCNC1100. And here we've got the PathPilot software running, and first we need to have a little discussion on this tool offset business. So what the machine needs to know is how far away from the surface each of the tools are, and each of our tools have different lengths. So we've got a ball end mill cutter right here. It's got a different length than this flat end mill cutter, and the machine needs to know that, and needs to know it very precisely. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use what we call tool number 0. This is just an empty tool holder. And this is what we're actually going to use to touch off of our part and find exactly where the surface of that part is. So first we need to measure this. We'll set that to our 0, and then we'll come in and measure the relative length from that surface for all of our other tools. So here's our tool number 0. All right. We take this over here, put it in our granite block, and then we're going to bring our height gauge down till it just contacts there, and then we're going to set 0. So that should say 0, 0, 0. And we'll bring this up, and for this sample program, we've got our setup sheet printed out here, and I added a little table to this sample sheet. We're going to be using tools number 3, 6, 7, and 15, and jotted down what each of those tools are. Tool 3 is a 1/4 inch flat. We've got the fly cutter for tool 6. T7 is our 3/8 drill mill, and then we've got an 1/8 inch drill. And so we've got all 4 of those tools over here, and we just need to record the offsets for each one of those. So we'll start with our tool number 3, our 1/4 inch end mill. Bring that down. Touch off of here, we got 1.3945. So we record that here. 1.3945. And remember, the measurement that we're recording is the relative difference between our tool number 0 and that tool that we just recorded. Fly cutter. We want to make sure that there's plenty of room to keep that height gauge on there. 0.079. Mill drill 1.6935. And our last one, the 1/8 inch drill bit, 1.792. Okay, so there's our offsets, and now what we have to do is go over and enter them in the offset table of the mill. So we're back in PathPilot here. We're going to jump out of our default main screen and go to the offsets button right here. And here's our tool table. So tool number 3, we're going to give that a description. That's our 1/4 inch flat. We're not going to worry about the diameter. That's just for cutter compensation, but that's all taken care of by our CAM program. And then our length for that is 1.3 3945. Okay, and then we just repeat this process. Tool number 6, we got to put that one in. This is actually our super fly cutter. Tool offset for that 0.079. And we've got tool number 7. Offset for that 1.6935. And the last one we have, tool number 15, is our 1/8 inch drill. Offset for that 1.792. And then of course we go back. Super critical to make sure that those numbers are exactly right. There's no typo action going on. 1.3945, 0.079, 1.39, 1.6935, and 1.792. So a couple things to note here. If those numbers are not set, the machine will crash and it will either destroy a cutter or completely make a mess out of your part. And then the other thing to note is those numbers are variable. They're going to be different for every single machine, and unless you're absolutely confident that your tools have not changed since the last job that was run on here, they need to be double checked and re-verified before you run your program. Then we can jump back into the main. We'll load the file that we're going to run, and then we can actually run it, and that is the subject of another video.